Podouken. All right, so that will bring us to listener questions for this episode. Adam, what do we have?
All right, so Room Bull Sharif asks, what is the cutest animal in an arcade game? I think I have an answer, but I don't know if they count as animals.
I'm in the same boat. I'm trying to conceptualize my answer for that, and right now I'm coming to technically animal, but really like human beings turned into animal.
Go on.
Named Bub and Bob.
Damn it! Frick! That was my answer.
I mean, but I admit it. It's my answer first.
No,
I claim
know.
it.
Damn it!
That's a hard question.
They're adorable though. Bub and Bob are like some of the most iconically cute animals in arcades.
Yeah, there's New Zealand Story,
Yeah.
which would rank up there with me. That's a Kiwi. The other game that I thought of right away, and I had to Google it because I couldn't remember the name, even though it's kind of obvious, is a Taito G-Net game.
Okay.
I don't know if you could think through which ones, because there's not too many on that have
The Zoo game.
Yeah.
Is this just called Zoo?
It's just
Okay.
called Zoo. Zoo with 3 O's.
That-
Zoo.
So it's a puzzle game, but it's got little like cutesy,
Right.
colorful versions of like the different panda and elephant and stuff like that. And that's a really fun game. I enjoy that one. So
Dang it, I can't think of another one now because Bub and Bob like immediately popped in
Yeah.
my head. But are they like,
Not Armadillo from Armadillo Racing.
No, that game was so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, man, that game's hard.
Monkey from Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I could be in there.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad
I
one.
mean, I'm sure there's some other ones. New Zealand Story is good. If you look at him, they put him on a lot of like little Kiwi characters and a lot of stuff. For sure.
Even though I think he's kind of gross looking, I'm going to say Toki. I hate
How
the way.
about cute?
Yeah, he's kind of gross. Oh man,
That's a tough question.
It's a very tough question. Trying to think of other. It's easier to think of like games I own that I know have like animals in them.
Trog would be a good one, I think. Like the dinosaurs in Trog
Trog,
have
yeah,
that very
they're-
cutesy.
they are very cute.
Like the claymation style and everything. But I don't know. I still, yeah, Bub and Bob to me are
They're
like
adorable.
the iconic, arcade cutesy monster thing. They're already in chibi form.
Right. Yeah.
They
right.
blow bubbles.
Right.
It's hard to beat. I mean, because I was thinking like, well, non-arcade, what would I say? And like Kirby's up there,
Yeah. Kirby's
but
adorable.
there's no arcade crossover for that. So
No. Yeah, I don't know. My answer was robbed from me.
I'm sure we missed some very obvious ones. So please enlighten us
Yeah.
on our Discord or on social media and let us know what we missed. But yeah, I would think Bub and Bob would be like the big winners of that question.
They have to be. Like they absolutely have to be. All right, so next question. Bizarro AIDS asks, what are your must-watch Christmas season movies? When do you start them? And what one ranks at the top? I've got some weird ones, but I think my favorite one, I don't care what the internet says, don't care. Die Hard is a must-watch on Christmas. You have to do it. I do not care if you think it is a Christmas movie or not. It's up there.
And now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I think I'm going to be that the dead guy for Halloween next year, by the way.
Oh, the big guy in the chair?
I'm just going to get pushed around
Everybody
in an
needs a
office
guy
chair.
in a chair.
I'm going to get pushed around in a chair. I'm going to just sit at the front door
Right.
with candy. But now I have a machine gun, ho, 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 and blood on me. So I always watched Die Hard. As a kid, I used to really like A Christmas Story, but TBS has ruined that movie for me because it's on all the time. Can't watch it anymore. I always watch Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you guys watch that at Christmas or Halloween or both? Or
I can still consider that more of a Halloween. I know the crossovers there, and
Yeah, it's whatever.
great. But I would consider that getting Christmas in my Halloween more than that
Gotcha,
getting
gotcha.
Halloween in my
That's
Christmas.
fair. I don't think either side's wrong, but I can understand that. I'm weird, and I also watch the movie Friday on Christmas. I don't know why I started doing this, but I do.
Every 7 years when Christmas is actually on a Friday.
Yeah, I always watch Friday. I just don't know why, but I've always done that. I'm trying to. I don't really know if there's anything else like I specifically watch other than those. We always watch Die Hard. You have to.
This is a tough question for me because I'm not a big Christmas movie fan, and I know why. It was repetitively beaten out of me when I was growing up because one of my sister's favorite movies that she would play on loop in addition to Swiss Family or Swiss
Swiss
Family Robinson, was
Great movie.
Prancer.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's such a bad movie.
Okay.
It's literally about Prancer the reindeer like getting separated, and like they find Prancer in their yard, and they have to like raise it back up and deliver it back to Santa.
All of that sounds terrible.
I'm not kidding when I said, or when I say I've probably seen that movie against my will over 200 times. Not even joking.
Wow.
So it kind of like turned off all Christmas movie stuff for me because that was just all the time.
Yeah.
That being said, I definitely agree 100% with Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard is probably my favorite Christmas movie. I was thinking about recent ones. Klaus is really good.
Haven't
I
seen
really
that one.
enjoy Klaus. That's a animated movie on Netflix.
Okay.
Highly recommend that. I think J.K. Simmons plays Klaus, but
Nice.
animation's really cool. Story's really good. Do that, and then this is another one of the veins that I can't ever get away from this movie around this time of year, and that is Love Actually, because my wife will watch that like 3 times around the Christmas season. So that's probably up there because it's not. I don't hate that movie,
Right.
and when you have something that's that repetitive every year that comes through, it's easy to hate something like that. But that one at least is entertaining,
Sure.
in certain areas. And I'll just throw Gremlins in there too,
Gremlins
because it's a
is a
Christmas movie the same way
Gremlins-
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
100%.
So
That's a good watch, too.
Mine are all
it's a wonderful
generic
life. It's a
Christmas
wonderful
movies.
knife.
Oh, boy.
exactly.
It's all takes on them.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Terrifier
We always
3.
watch that.
You're
You
so
always watch that.
traditional. Yeah.
Home Alone. We'll
Yeah.
watch some
Home
of
Alone's a
those.
good one.
The Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
Okay.
We'll watch some of those. And
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
The new they did like
Terrifier
a
3,
new
dude.
series on Disney Plus, and we'll watch that. Elf. Gotta watch Elf.
You know what's crazy about that movie?
Yeah.
I know for a fact I have seen that movie in its entirety, but never in one sitting.
So
Like
you've
I've
just
never
seen
sat
bits
through
and
it start to
pieces.
finish.
I'm gonna get the hate on this one. I don't like Elf. I know
It's-
a lot of people like Elf. For me, that is a Will Ferrell movie that does not click on any level whatsoever for me. It's such a slog to watch that movie for me. Not discounting people love that movie, and subjectively, whatever your reasons are, good for you. But
My favorite story
Whew.
about Elf is Will Ferrell was on. I don't remember if it was on Conan, like when he had the talk show still, or if it was his podcast. I can't remember, but he was talking to Conan about something, and he was like basically trying to like blackmail Conan, like in a joking way, obviously. But he's like, Conan, you're gonna do this, or else, I know that your kids are, really into my movies, and I know exactly where Buddy the Elf lives. And like the way he said it was like so menacing to him. It was so funny how he threatened Conan with that.
That's funny. So there's a movie that we started watching, I think on like Disney Plus or whatever, but it's Noelle, and it's with. I'll look it up to know what the actress's name is now. Who are these people? Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's
so
hilarious.
it's- I mean, it's just a Christmas movie, family.
what was
Christmas
the
movie.
what's the Dave? Is it Dave? No, what's the name of the show on where he plays the hitman?
Barry.
Barry. There you go. Yeah, I watched all of it. That one episode.
I haven't seen that show yet.
Oh, dude, you have to see
I
that
know.
episode. It's a good show, but there are like 2 episodes that are so far and above, like great episodes.
Yeah.
There's one where it's a girl that knows like judo. I'll just say that, like a little girl. That is the best episode of Barry. That is one of the best episodes of television
Sure.
ever made. So yeah, highly recommend if you watch.
I usually
Barry.
watch on every holiday that like corresponds with that. I usually watch like the Charlie Brown movies. Like I always watch Great Pumpkin and all that. I don't know. Like
Growing up, one of my favorite like holiday books and stuff was How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
So we'll watch that.
Do you watch the-
It's got to be the original.
not the Jim Carrey one.
I can't do the Jim Carrey one. Like they have a newer one that's like an anime one, and we can do I can do that. I can tolerate that. Obviously, the best one is like the original.
Sure.
For me, the Jim Carrey, I know a lot of people like it. It's just, it's one of those things where when you grow up with something,
It's fine
and
if you don't
then,
like something.
and then it's like so far out. It's like live action. It's Jim Carrey. It's like I just can't get behind it. So the kids give me a hard time because I'm like, I don't want that on in the house.
Growing up, I think my favorite was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
I watched that one a lot.
That's a classic one. But I think I just got all the Christmas stuff burned out of me.
Right.
So
y'all are only December Christmas movie people then too.
Oh,
right?
I'm usually like a Christmas Day. Yeah.
If that, like
I always tell people like I'm like it's not that I don't like the holidays, but if I wasn't married, like I wouldn't put up a Christmas tree or like lights or any of that stuff. That's all my wife.
In our defense,
I
think this is defensible. I think when you're in Florida, it's a bit different because you associate being, cool outside and cold and snow and all that kind of stuff with Christmas, right? It's a lot harder when it's like 83 degrees on Christmas morning.
Right.
Yeah.
It is December and we are in shorts right now.
Right.
So.
You have an ecosystem in your pants because it's so hot. Yeah, it's awful.
Hey. So yeah, it's hard to get into that Christmas spirit, I think.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
of that. At least it is for me. I associate those things with it being cold. And
I would like to at one point have Christmas somewhere where it's snowing. Just once.
Yeah.
Because like snow is awful. It's beautiful, but it is awful to be in.
Right.
But it would be nice to actually have like a snowing Christmas.
Right. So you're like inside in the heat.
Oh yeah, I'm not in the snow.
And then like you
I'm
can look
looking
out
at it.
and see.
And you're definitely not driving in it.
No,
Right.
I'm looking at it and go, wow, that's really pretty, like drinking cocoa, but not in it. Yeah. And then I leave immediately after.
Yeah. The final movie I'll mention is one that we just watched the other day, me and my wife, and I immediately bought it on Blu-ray and to add it to the
You have a
rotation.
Blu-ray player?
Yeah.
I bought it on Blu-ray to rip it to put it on my Plex.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
But you got to have the disc for archival purposes in case they take it off of all streaming. Well, no, I was just thinking in case they remove it.
It's for personal use. I own the media. It's for personal use.
But the movie is called The Man Who Invented Christmas, and it's a British production, and it's about Charles Dickens and the writing of A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a retelling of The Christmas Carol, but from a perspective of him actually developing the characters and writing it. And I just really enjoyed it.
I'm surprised I didn't hear any Scrooged.
No, I do have another one.
Uh-huh.
It's called Santa Jaws, and it's about a shark that has like it has a narwhal horn, but it's a candy cane.
I'm gonna head on out.
There's nothing more in the world I love than like finding really low budget weird horror movies, and everybody should.
That sounds like
everybody should watch Santa Jaws.
What's the B movie, like Santa Claus versus the Martians or whatever? Isn't that what it's called?
I can't remember.
There's a couple of B movies with Santa
Another
Claus
fun one that's
versus...
it's not Christmas related, but Lamageddon's really fun.
This is turned.
There was a Killer Couch one too. I can't remember the name. It might just be called the Killer Couch. Stuff like that is so fun to watch. But yeah, check out Santa Jaws. That's a real movie that people made.
All right. I won't do that.
I think it's probably free on Amazon Prime.
I still won't do that.
Oh, it's so fun. You guys have no Christmas spirit.
That's very true. All right. Well, Merry Christmas to everybody, or Bah Humbug, depending on your views.
Yep.
I think this will be our closest to Christmas post or episode that we push out. So hope everybody has a good, happy holidays and all that.
For us, we'll see. We might be telling our kids that they have to hold on. We got to go to record.
Yeah, our next scheduled
Eve.
recording date is Christmas Eve. I don't think we'll actually do it on that date. We'll have to find an alternative date.
We could, guys, hear me out. We could just do a live commentary on Santa Jaws and record that.
But then I'd have to watch it.
Yeah. That's a problem.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
A Plex server? All right. Well, Jared, where can I find you?
So normal stuff. This time of year, I'm busy, so I'm at work. When I break away, it's
to record podcasts.
To record a podcast. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I try to hop on Discord some more. We'll have a few days off closer to the holidays, so I try to get on there and just try to keep up with some of the channels and everything. So yeah, I appreciate getting some posts from the Linux in the Linux chat there. I Retrograde I-486. I appreciated his Thanksgiving post was Happy Thanksgiving to a Linux sub-channel on an arcade podcast Discord. So, yeah.
We know our niche.
Exactly.
All right. What about you, Adam?
Twitch.tv/PastBlaster. I stream arcade games. I wish I could say every week, but it's been a while. But usually Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern, I stream stuff. And I guess we will be streaming some of the games that we talk about here, obviously in single or two-player mode, not four-player mode. But check me out there if you want to see these games. And also on our YouTube channel, we're actually going to be recording some additional content today that you're going to get on off week. So in the future, you'll get, Podouken episodes every other week. And on the opposite or off weeks of that, you'll get a little video series on our YouTube that we're going to start doing.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right. If you want to check out any of the other stuff, feel free to hop on the website, check out the social media, or interact on the Discord. But I guess until then,
Dude, that sounds like back in the late 90s or early 2000s when you would walk through the mall and somehow there was an organ store in every mall. That's the shit that they were playing, the fun dispenser, to try to get you in there.
How did they sell that?
Red, red, blue.
all right. Well, join us next time and we'll be revisiting Join us next time and we'll be playing a Sega classic that allows us to play as a Kenta ride.
All right.
See y'all next time.
See ya.
Later.